Today there is only one game in the Contra series that came out physically that I don't have a copy of, and that's Contra Rogue Core, and that's most likely because it's a terrible game. This, however, is not. Contra Shattered Soldier for the PlayStation 2. I was previously looking at this in an episode of the Retro Hunting Adventures when I went to Ben's Game Zone, but when I got to the counter and they pulled it out, the disc looked like it had been resurfaced and not very well. It was in rough shape, and I wasn't going to take something like that home. So not only did I find a copy on eBay for slightly less, even with shipping, this copy does not look resurfaced. It looks clean. Just about as clean as I've seen any used PS2 game. So naturally, I was excited to put this one in and play it. There is no memory card to continue the game. Why, yes, I shall. Because for all its ups and downs, the Contra series is one of my all-time favorite video game series. Obviously, it doesn't rank above Mega Man, but I would put it on par with Castlevania, Super Mario games. It's in that upper elite tier. Not above Mega Man games, but just right below it. And, as you can see here, this is definitely a working copy of the game. And this was, I think you could call it Contra returning to its roots. Even though it's not 8-bit, it is definitely side-scrolling run and gun. And you're going to see how badly I can control this while holding the camera with one hand and trying to use the analog stick and the X button to shoot with the other hand. You really should be holding this with both hands to play it, but I figure for testing purposes, this gets the job done, and my tripod was not available at the time, so you make do with what you have. Honestly, and I know I'm putting myself over here, I'm happy with how steady I was able to keep the camera while simultaneously playing. But I get slaughtered quite mercilessly by these enemy soldiers wielding knives, so my 3 lives are going to be up rather quickly, at which point I adjusted my grip a little bit and gave it a second try. This time I thought, I'll just hold down the fire button and run and gun quite literally. I'll just run to the right, shooting at everything in sight, and if something tries to sneak up on me from behind, I'll just turn around and fire back to the left. But as you can see, very classically Contra here, firing in all directions, firing at everything in sight firing at you. In its own way, Contra games were kind of like, I'd say, the bullet hell of their day. If that makes any sense, I had to stop and think about how to put that, but yes, I'd call them bullet hell games, just not with a space shooter. Thanks for watching, everyone.